Hello again everyone, and welcome back to round 2 here at vrroom.org, the home of online motorsport. We are in Asia still for round 2 of the S2000 LM race car league here at vrroom. It's a nice sunny day here at Suzuka, and it should be a mighty exciting race. We are down unfortunately on people due to technical issues. The missing people are Ankara, Rayman, Rock Outlaw, Setwave and Smoke 808. We greatly hope that they'll be able to join us for the running of this event in the European leg next Sunday. So let's just get some interesting technical information about Suzuka. Very famous circuit. If you don't know this, then you don't know anything about motorsport. If you're new to it, then I apologise for that comment. It is a nice 20 degrees track temperature here today, and as you see a shot there of one of the cars going around warming up. We've got a track length of 3.61 miles, with the longest straight being this one I think that you're looking at here, which is 3/4 of a mile long. Quite hilly, elevation difference of 130 to 31.2 feet, and also it's a figure 8 circuit here, which has got a flyover and the very famous 130R into the Casio Triangle chicane. So without further ado, let's just have a quick look at the grid and see where the people have qualified, or where the drivers have qualified. Okay, so here we are again at the wonderful Suzuka circuit. So let's see where the protagonists qualified. So we've got the race winner, and from the last round, Scalebreaker on pole position, followed by Slash there on row 1, as you can see. A very good performance here by Slash, much better than the performance back at Fuji. On row 2 then, we have VRDMJH32 with a second successive third place, followed by Malada. Then onwards to row 3, my apologies there. We've got Fair Racer and Slicker. And last but not least, on row 4, we've got the Les doing very well to plant it in 7th. And then GPS Hatcher in 8th place. So without further ado, let's see how this one pans out for round 2. So as the engines start to rev, brake lights start to come on. Remember, they are running, ladies and gentlemen, with false start penalty on, which means you have to have your foot brake on or your handbrake on, and you've got to time your release to coincide with the flag waving to start the race. So it's a good clean start, but Scalebreaker's not got a very good one, to be honest with you. That was quite a slow start from Scalebreaker, and indeed is down in second position straight away. So Slash straight up the inside into turn 1, up through the S curves now. It's all looking reasonably clean. Wonderful circuit is Suzuka. And this Scalebreaker just holding it on the inside. It's going side by side, toe to toe. A lot of the cars are very skillful stuff to do. Very dangerous stuff to do, may I add, as well. So they're coming and approaching through Dunlop Curve now, going up into Degner 1 and Degner 2, and Slash has still got the lead from Scale, only just round Degner 2. Slash running wide slightly, Scale's got the run on him, and Scale's got the lead back. So that was quite an exciting first little bit as they come up to the hairpin now. So it's Scale from Slash, from DM, from Malada, from Slicker, from Fair Racer, from Les and from Hatcher. Fantastic sounding cars, these S2000s, and it looks like Scale's pulling out just that little bit now on Slash. DM is trying to gain on Slash as well, as we're seeing Slash go around Spoon Curve, and Malada and DM are having a bit of a knock in the background there. It's all clean so far though. Hopefully we won't get any yellow flags here today, or this evening should I say. The date for the record is April the 14th, it's April 2014, and it's the 6th of April. So Scalebreaker leading from Slash as they brake heavily now into the slowest corner on circuit, the Casio Triangle. Nice and neat as they go around there, which is very good to see. Scalebreaker nearly losing it, you know. I mentioned this in the other video, it's very difficult to get the power down on these cars, and if you're too aggressive with them, they will bite you, and I think I think Scales always risking that with his driving style, but he's managing to hold it together as Slash pulls one down the inside now, and Slash surely will go through here. So, oh, and here's a touch there, and Scales off a little bit, and that's caused DM to catch up a hell of a lot. So it was a little tap, and Scale drifted wide, but he's held it in his usual fashion. So it's Slash from Scale, from DM, from Malada, who's dropped back just that little bit now. So as they go round on the second time, it's 8 laps here around Suzuka. They're going round now for the second time, up towards the Dunlop curve, through the S's. So through the S curves, round up into the Dunlop here. And DM is gonna go. DM's going on the inside, no way, into Degner, and he's pulled that back in. Thank God for that. I thought there was going to be a collision then. Degner's not a place that you overtake, and DM certainly knows that, and so does Slash. So I think all the guys did very well to just stay calm there. Slash having a quick look in his door mirror there just to see where DM is. But he was certainly looking very threatening, was DM. Extremely threatening on Slash there. But Slash is catching up nicely again to Scale Breaker. So it's close for the lead. Let's just go back to the Les, who's doing a very good job here. Look, Les up in 5th. Now Les started in 7th, so that's a big jump for him. He's gone 2 places up on the grid, which is fantastic to see. Oh no, and just as I say it, he's lost it. Oh man. Do you know what? That's commentator's curse again. Very unfortunate. I don't think there's any need for a replay on that one, but there's nothing the other guys could do. That's caused Hatcher to be able to catch up as well. So that is very unfortunate for the Les. Very unfortunate for the Les. Is he actually out now? I think he might be out. Let me just check on that one. I think Les is not even bothering pitting. In fact, I'm going to go for a replay on that one, I'm afraid. So let's get on board with the Les, and let's just go forward a little bit. Let's get the telemetry up as well so I can see what I'm doing. So let's just have a look. So here he is. We're on board with him now. I'm going to go on his roof cam to try to see what happened. And I think he may well have pulled out of this race, which is a great shame for him. So it's a difficult braking zone down here into the Spoon Curve. Does he get a wide? No, he stepped down to braking, spins round on the grass, and then, oh, there's nothing, absolutely nothing Slicker could do there. That must have been a nightmare for Slicker as he came round the corner. Yeah, Les has pulled off, yeah. Car's absolutely obliterated, so that's a great shame. I believe that will call a yellow flag, though, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just have a look. A very great shame, that. Let's just have a look for Scale in the lead there. Has a yellow been called for that? I don't know whether Race Marshal has called it. Oops. Just bear with me 1 second. So no, it doesn't look like a yellow flag has been called for that incident. It's happened at the back of the pack. So the guys are still racing. We've still got go, go, go. Now I don't know if Slicker and Hatcher are going to come into the pits, or whether they're just going to pull out of the race themselves. Let's just have a check, because it's not a big enough incident, that one, to warrant, although it was a big incident, it's not a big enough one to warrant the yellow flag in Marshall's eyes. So let me just go to Slicker, who, yeah, very sensibly just pulled it up, unfortunately. Hatcher's still going though, so Slicker unfortunately bore the brunt of that and doesn't see the point in continuing with no yellows. He's parked it near the pit, so in case one's called. It was a big incident though, that, a really big incident. So in the meantime, here's your closest battle on track. It's Malada versus DM. I think we'll go on board with Malada. This is for 3rd and 4th. The race order, as you can see, is Scalebreaker 1st, Slash 2nd, VRDM is 3rd, and Malada is 4th. Fair Racer, Hatcher and Slicker. Slicker and the Les are out, so they are DNF, did not finish, unfortunately for them. There's nothing can be done about that though, really. It's one of those incidents, a very unfortunate racing incident, and that's what you get with these cars. It's when they let go, they just let go, and there's no kind of telling where they're going to go. But there's a bit of a touch there, and DM's gone wide. Has he spun? Oh, DM spun! There was a bit of contact there, and it's just caused DM to spin the vehicle. Hang on, let's just have a quick look again and see if we can change that view, just to see if we can figure out what happened. So Malada is powering up behind DM, going up into Spoon Curve. DM holding third position. He'll be absolutely gutted in his helmet about that one. So let's just see what happened. Let's just be quiet and watch a moment. Try and figure this out. It looked like he had contact. Going defensive. Oh, bump up the backside's taken DM wide, and that's round. It's without the bump up the backside, it's a very similar thing to happen to the Les there when he was in 5th place. That's very slippy. Is that that turf on the outside of the corner there? So it's panning out this one. It's not looking terribly exciting at this moment in time, although I think the closest battle is gonna be with the leaders. I think it's Scale and Slash. Yeah, so they're having an absolute ding-dong here. So we're on lap 3 of 8 now, coming down the main straight, big downhill section. This is Suzuka. DM has got back up and running, but he's down in 5th place trying to catch Fair Racer. Slash trying to ping onto the outside, to ping onto the inside. He's trying to put Scale Breaker off as much as possible. As they go up now, just 2 by 2 into the uphill section where the S-curves are again. There's Malada holding 3rd, and he's dropped back. DM's dropped back behind Fair Racer. So actually, I think there is a little bit of a battle going off there as well. And I thought there was. So there's Fair Racer and DM. So DM picked up no damage from that incident. So his car's sound as a pound. And it's a question of now, you know, how long can Fair Racer keep DM behind? Because DM was quicker, qualified 2 places above Fair Racer. So Fair Racer's under no illusion that DM's got the faster car. But if Fair Racer's very clever, he can make the back of that car very wide and make it very difficult for DM to get past. But DM showing the threat again on the inside of the approach to Tegna 1. But he's not made it stick. DM's really not going to be foolish enough to go for an overtake there. Don't think that will be particularly sensible. And he's trying to go down the inside. Will he make that stick? And he has. He's got past DM, past Fair Racer. Little nudge, but it all looked good to me. And they're up the inside of each other as Fair Racer got the drag. He's got the drag on DM, but DM crucially has got the inside line to the Spoon Curve. But Fair Racer has out-dragged DM up the straight. So Fair Racer back in the lead again in terms of positioning with DM. So there's the view from the back of Fair Racer's car. DM getting the drag up the straight. All he needs to do is put it on the inside, and we're going to see him surely going through here on 130R. On the front of the car you'll see DM's nose just creeping through, and surely DM will hold this. Fair Racer will have to back out, and he has done. Oh my word, that's a very, very brave move from both of the drivers there. And it looks like DM's got through quite well, but it's always a moment when you see them going side by side. So in the meantime, we've got Slash, and where's Scale? Where's Mr. Breaker? Something's happened to Mr. Breaker that I didn't see. Let's just have a look here. Slash is out by himself. What's happened here? We're going to have to try to get a replay of this. Where's Breaker? Where is he? Ah, he's here. Oh, he must have spun. He must have spun. I've missed an incident. I'm going to rewind this. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to rewind this. I want to find out what happened. So here we are. We're on lap 4. I've rewound it 1 lap. Oh, 1 lap only, because it rewinds in 3s here. So we're watching Scale Breaker. I'm just going to get on board with his car, because he's in the lead of the race, and I wonder if he's had a tap whilst I was watching DM and Fair Racer overtaking each other, which is happening as we speak here, really. Something's happened to Scale Breaker, so we've just done the instant replay function here to try to establish what happened. Now, he's a long, long way behind. He's currently in 3rd behind Malada. So it's wide on Degner. He's wide on Degner. Oh my good lord! And he's just... I'll tell you something. That guy was born with luck, and now Malada's surely going to get past. So Scale Breaker down to 3rd. That's not doing his title chances any good, but it's given the lead very, very convincingly to Slash. Whoa, it's all drama here at Suzuka, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'll do is I'll just forward it, just to get to lap 5, just to catch back up with the action. So we're still on Breaker, and he's now managed to get past Malada. So Breaker is up into 2nd and hunting down Slash now. What gap has Slash got, I'm interested to see. Let's have a little look here, because fastest lap at the moment is, for some reason it's registered as Hatcher, but it's not Hatcher. I can tell you the fastest lap on track is scaled by 1/100th of a second from Slash, so there's really nothing between those two. So provided Slash keeps this pace up, if he can, without any mistakes, he's got a 3.7 second lead over Scalebreaker. There's no way that Scale can win this, I don't think. But he is Mr. Breaker when all said and done, and luck certainly is on his side a lot. So and he's a very, very skillful driver. So let's see if he can come through the field and attack Slash. It does look visibly like he's gaining on him a little bit, but he's under a lot of pressure from Malada. DM is under a bit of pressure from Fair Racer, and Hatch is still going, but Slicker and Les are still DNFs. So what I want to watch really, we want to watch Slash in the lead of the race here, and we want to see if Slash is being caught at all visibly by Scalebreaker. Slash himself, very, very quick driver. I know he finished very high at the GT Academy 2013, up in the 20s I believe, certainly in the top 30 in the country. So he's very good with his speed and his car control. So as they go round Casio Triangle, it's on lap 5 of 8 just to start lap 6 of 8. So 2 laps to go, and Scalebreaker is visibly catching now. The gap, I'll just get the split as they go over the line. But that gap's come down a lot. My guess is it's come down by at least a second. And the split is currently 1.6 seconds. Yeah. So we have a fight on our hand, ladies and gentlemen, here at round 2 at vrroom.org of the Honda S2000 LM Touring Car Championship. Will Slash take his first victory of the season, or will Scale make it 2? And let's not discount Malada here in the background in 3rd, looking very good for a podium, and he's not letting Scale get away, so they're all catching Slash. Now Slash is going to know this, you see, and the temptation, you see, Scale's got the easier job in my opinion, because Scale's chasing, and I've always said before, it's easier to chase than it is to race, because Slash has got nothing in front of him, he's got nothing to judge it by. He's got to try and put in quali laps, but quali laps with a little bit of calm to them, because if he qualies he may come off, and that will ruin the race. So he needs to be ultra fast but controlled and fast, and quite often that makes you slower. But he's got no choice, because if he gets on the ragged edge and he loses it, he'll be gutted. He could end up down in 4th place, maybe even lower, or with a wrecked car. So Slash has got a very difficult job, and it's always difficult as well when you're looking in your mirrors and you're seeing that pink car of Scalebreaker getting ever closer, you know, by tenths and tenths on every single corner. You've really got to keep your concentration. But having said that, Scale and Malada has dropped back now as well, so it's going to be a right royal ding-dong this. We've got 1.5 laps to go here, and Scalebreaker really is catching. This is the only action really on track, so I'm going to stick with it right till the end. They sound absolutely fantastic, these naturally aspirated Honda engines. Braking hard down into Casio Triangle. You see the stricken Slicker's car there on the right of your screen. Well, you got a glimpse of it, and he's right up behind him now. Scalebreaker will be going for this, and Slash has not cut him off. Slash has not gone defensive. I wonder why he didn't clip to the inside then. So he's given this to Scalebreaker. I mean, he's got speed down the straights, but Scale's got the inside line for the first turn. Downhill off camber, very dangerous corner, but they're running side by side, giving each other as much respect as possible and as much room as possible. So Scalebreaker, after a spin, is back in the lead. That, ladies and gentlemen, is championship material, provided he can hold it, because of course under pressure again he could make that same mistake. He's made it once, he could do it again, but Slash won't be letting him get away. We know there's nothing between these two guys. We've already looked at the qualification times, and we've looked at the fastest lap times. There's only 1/100th separating them, and that was on lap 4. So Slash is certainly capable of putting in the speed as well as Scale as they apex and exit Degner 1 and apex and exit Degner 2 beautifully. It's looking like Scale has pulled out a slight lead. Nothing for Slash to worry about too much. Very close again as they go around. Scalebreaker slide in the car. Slash much neater, much more controlled there. So we're on with the leader, and it might be very tempting just to do this at this moment in time on the back there of Scalebreaker's car, coming up to Spoon Corner. We saw DM go wide, we saw the less speed spin it there, and DM spin it there, so it's a very, very tricky corner. Now Slash is, there's Les's stricken car on the right. Now Slash is going to get a definite slipstream, but Scale planting it exactly where he wants it to be, and roughly in the centre of the circuit, slightly to, oh no, and he's let him come past. So Slash is going to go for this overtake, and Slash has backed out of it. He's chickened out of it. Well, it's... what can I say? I shouldn't have used the words chicken out of it. It's a very brave thing to do that, to be honest with you. But Slash may be thinking about the points at this moment in time. But he had the inside line, you know, he could have held that, and he was alongside, more than alongside Scalebreaker's car. He could have just wanged it in and tried to hold that with Scalebreaker. But then again, would Scalebreaker give him the room? We would like to think so, but they are two racing drivers when all said and done. And Slash is not letting this one go at all. It's so close here, ladies and gents, on the last lap. Unbelievably close. In fact, we'll have to watch this on the replay camera if we can. So it's Scale from Slash. Malada is in a safe third. He is being caught by DM. DM's in a safe fourth. Fair Racer in fifth, and Hatcher following up in sixth. So the lead two now battling hard. Who will take the second victory of this Honda S2000 season? Will it be Scale or will it be Slash? I don't know, but it's definitely worth a watch. We may see a stab into 130R. Maybe Slash was just eyeing Scalebreaker up on that last attempt. So you may see him trying to do exactly the same thing again. But instead of eyeing him up, he might actually make this one stick. It's going to be quite exciting to see, a quite exciting finish, I think. Nothing in these two, really. You can't split them. Scalebreaker apexes quite well, slightly tighter from Slash. Both of them following each other, less than 1/10 of a second apart. Down the long drag now, up to 130R. It's close, Scalebreaker covering off the inside, but Slash is doing the same thing, he's getting the slipstream and he's pinging it to the inside. He's going for it, my God, side by side, and he's making this one stick, just like I said he would. He's nudged him wide slightly, but Scalebreaker's held it on the inside. So they're braking hard. There's a bit of a bunch up the bum now from Scalebreaker. Sorry, Scalebreaker's just had a bunch up the bum from Slash, but he's managed to make it stick. Very unlucky to Slash there. He really went for that, but Scalebreaker, 2 victories out of 2. A fantastic result as we see the checkered flag being waved there. Superb stuff. So Malada will cross the line in 3rd place. So your podium here, ladies and gentlemen, is Scalebreaker, Slash and Malada. DM was not too far behind, just finishing there. And Fair Racer is behind him, and then Hatcher is... oh, Hatcher's pulled off. My apologies to Hatcher. So well played to Scalebreaker, 2 wins out of 2 and 2 pole positions. I've been Dave Higgins, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with the next round as soon as I can.